Pride versus humility. It's a struggle we've all had. Here's an object lesson for kids about pride, an object lesson for kids about humility. Grab your kids' attention by holding up a bag of lawn clippings and ask them, hey, if you have a favorite meal, something you really want to eat, do you go out to the nearest lawn and start grazing on the grass like a cow? No! But you know what? In the Bible, there's a story of a great and powerful king whose pride and humility had to be dealt with by God. And what God did was, well, he made the king believe that he was pretty much a cow. Now, why would we want to teach kids about pride and humility? In the classroom, things can be disrupted by a kid who arrogantly just breaks the rules and doesn't listen to you. But this story of Nebuchadnezzar combined with the 3 activity pages, I think will convince a lot of kids to really think twice about being a little bit over the top. This first activity is a game that will take a little bit of time, but once the Nebby goes crazy activity has been completed, just review the story, make sure that the kids have got it cemented into their memory. Activity number 2 is a way of talking about worship. Worshiping God means respecting God. That's one aspect of it. And worship is how we show respect to God. So use the idea of worship to contrast towards being disrespectful to God by talking during class, by giggling while you're leading in prayer, and those kind of things. And right after this next activity, I will tell you how to deal with kids who do that. The third activity is simply a coloring page. I have discovered, and probably you have too, that even older kids like to just break out the crayons now and then or the markers and have a go. There's 2 times when I need to call kids down for talking. Sunday school, and the other is a energetic game night where kids are expected to be kind of noisy. So for the game night, I make sure that everybody's aware that we have a deal going on between me and the kids. When I tell you to be quiet, you be absolutely quiet. And if you do that, then when I say you can be noisy, you can be as loud as you want to be. And the kids really, really like that. Oh boy. And the kids will work together to make sure everybody's quiet. In Sunday school, it's a little bit more of a shade of gray because there's times when kids will be talking and it's not that disruptive. So you don't want to have just a hard rule that, hey, if you don't be quiet, then nobody's going to be able to say anything. You don't want that. But here's what I would do. Teach the kids this simple phrase. When an adult is talking, I'm not, or something on that order, so that when somebody starts to talk while you're talking, you just say, when an adult is talking, and the kids go, we don't. That really helps. And that you might use that once or twice a Sunday. But there's one thing that really bugs me when kids talk or giggle, and that's when we're praying to God. Any noise that goes on when we're praying to God just really drives me nuts. So that's where I stop and I really call the kids out. Do not disrespect God. You are disrespecting the Lord when you're talking, when we're talking to him. And the same thing goes for reading the Bible. Hey, we're reading the Bible. Be quiet because we're listening to what God is telling us. So don't you disrespect the Lord by ignoring what he says. And the kids get that pretty strongly. I will see you next time. God bless you.